Hello everyone, welcome to the Ozark Outpost. This is Global War 85, Operation Warthog 6.2, NATO. Now NATO's turn is not completely planned out because they're in a bad enough bind. I can't decide on combat until I see how their nuclear release authorization roll pans out. So there's no more escalation since they're at war at DEFCON 2. So now we go to tech. So PGM, Advanced Logistics, Seed. And they got Seed, and that was it. So stage 1 of Seed. Oh wait, they've already completed Seed. Alright, then Advanced ASF is what they rolled instead. So Advanced ASF goes to stage 2. Sorry about that. Overlooked that they'd already completed Seed. Alright, there's no global operations. So the next is request or confirm nuclear release. As I'm sure you recall, Warsaw Pact captured northern Germany, Bavaria, and Veneto, which gives NATO 7 dice of nuclear release authorization chances. And they did not get it. They need 11 or better, and the closest they came was a 10. So no battlefield nukes for NATO. All right, now purchase. They're spending 8 on a pair of mechs. The green chip is going to be for placement. They're spending the remaining 10 on 2 next-gen MBTs, and then they have the Marine and the Airborne from the Expeditionary box that have to be placed this turn. And now that brings us up to combat movement. Let's look at the situation here. Warsaw Pact really, they really got lucky with the dice and pulled off one hell of an opening attack. They were able to flank Extremadura here in northwest Spain without taking any casualties. They captured Veneto here and are able to threaten Lazio or possibly southern France, even though there is nuclear release implications there by doing that. So they can for sure threaten Veneto or Lazio. And then over here in Germany, they took no casualties capturing northern Germany and Bavaria, and are in a very strong position to defend their gains or go back on the offensive if they wish. And NATO just does not have the strength anywhere at the moment to try to knock them back. But I guess they're going to have to try, because they also don't have the money this turn to reinforce everywhere that is threatened. So I think NATO is going to try a counterattack Boy, there just are not any good choices. Let me think about this a minute. All right, here's what the battle staff has come up with. The cruiser and destroyer in M10 are shooting 2 anti-ship missiles into M11 to attack the Black Sea Fleet there. And they have a battle cruiser there that I'm positive provides missile defense. Yeah. So you got the battle. Well, let me make sure they can pair the 2 frigates. I think they can, but let me make sure. Yeah, I thought so. The battle cruiser can pair the 2 frigates. This card right here is what's in the Black Sea. So the battle cruiser can pair the 2 frigates to give them 3 missile defense shots. And then NATO is going to mount a surgical strike on northern Germany. So, major airbase in southern England, they do have long-range missiles. So 1, 2, 3 with a cruise missile. Paris, 1, 2, 3 with a cruise missile. Rhineland, 1 with a cruise missile. Strategic bomber from southern France flies over here to, well, keep him safe. Flies over here to Picardy and 1, 2 with 2 cruise missiles. So he flies over there. So that's 5 cruise missiles going in there. And then these 2 ASFs from Rhineland are going in to escort an air package, which is going to be flying from Rhineland into northern Germany. It's going to be an attack bomber, an A-10, a stealth, an attack chopper, because let me look and make absolutely sure that that ability applies to NATO as well. Special abilities. Yeah, they do get Apaches. So attack choppers can do surgical strikes. That's a NATO U.S. special ability called Apache helicopters. So the attack chopper goes in, and then from the fleet here in A6, an attack bomber, it's going to go 1, 2 to get in there and join the surgical strike. And just to be safe, the 2 ASFs from the fleet are also going to escort, because Warsaw Pact does have 2 ASFs here in West Czechoslovakia that could have the range to get in there to try to intercept. And just for shits and giggles, this diesel boat is going to attack this Warsaw Pact diesel boat in A8. And that's combat movement. Okay, resolution. We'll use the auxiliary tray again since our action is all on this side of the board, and I have to move the camera around the table this time. Okay, so let's do the submarine fight in A8 first. There's the Soviet in red. There is NATO in green. They both have first strike, both roll 3. And they both hit, killed each other. So, take them off the board. Let's see, they each get a battle star for sinking a submarine defending alone, I believe. Let's look at that. Sink sub defending alone +1. So no, they don't each get one. NATO gets one. So you have to be the attacker. Wait, it doesn't say. No, I think they're each going to get one. So 1 naval battle star for NATO and 1 for Soviet Global. No, it says defending alone, so that's only for the attacker. The Soviets do not get a battle star, so let me take that off. All right, next we will have the ASM attack in the Black Sea. So as I mentioned earlier, the Soviets have 3 missile defense shots, and both ASMs were shot down with a 4 and a 3. So nothing happening there. All right, now we're going to have the surgical strike on northern Germany. The Warsaw Pact does have a SAM in there. Oh, I forgot to mention that NATO is using their spy satellite here. So their cruise missiles are going to have full target select, and their air package all hits at normal value. So what do they want to do with their SAM? Try to take out cruise missiles or try to take out air? They're going to try to take out cruise missiles because missile defense rolls higher than air defense. Oh, I also forgot to mention, well, it doesn't matter now. There's no seed mission because there was a fighter also going in from Benelux to fly seed. Yeah, NATO completed seed. So they were going to fly seed, but since the SAM is doing missile defense, that doesn't matter. So here's the missile defense shots. They shoot down 2 of the cruise missiles. So here's 3 cruise missiles going in the attack for nothing. They all missed. Okay, now we have, and Warsaw Pact elected not to scramble. So let's do 2 attack bombers. That's 7. Okay, there is 1 hit. Now the F-117 is also at 7. That is a second hit. Now we have the A-10 at 5. That's a miss. And I got to check and see what the attack chopper is doing for surgical strike, as I've never done this before. Well, apparently it must be at its full value of 6, just like the others. So here's the attack chopper. That is a 6. That is a 3rd hit. And it looks like that's everybody. Okay, so 3 hits by the air package. None of them target selects. So Warsaw Pact, he's going to take 2 early gen MBTs and I'm going to take 2 early gen MBTs and they're going to take an MBT. That's their casualties. Okay, that's it for combat. Non-combat. So all of this air goes back to where they came from. So I'll move that stuff. I'll put that stuff back off camera. The strategic bomber goes back to southern France. The 2 mechs from southern France are going to move 1 space here to Catalonia. The 2 MBTs and the self-propelled artillery from Picardy are moving to Benelux. The field artillery from Paris moves down to southern France. As does the attack chopper. The fighter from Paris is going to move up to Rhineland. The self-propelled artillery from Akershus is going to sea lift from major port to major port into Denmark. Along with 1 of the mechs that is there. So that's going to make 3 grays become green. The fighter in Akershus is just going to fly down to Denmark. No, he can't make it, can he? No, I don't think you can make it. Never mind. The fighter from Iceland is going to rebase or redeploy to Extremadura. And that's it for non-combat. Okay, now we place units. Place units. The two next-gen MBTs go into southern France. Ah! Two next-gen MBTs into southern France. Two mechs go into Lazio, so that makes the gray chip a green. Then the airborne from the Expeditionary Force box is also going into Lazio. The Marine will go into Catalonia. And that's that. Units are placed. Okay, collect money. NATO is at 49 because of their losses. So $40. $49. I do not believe there's any bonus for them. Let's see. No wartime bonuses for them. They have the one battle star in their bank. And wait a minute. Air. Destroy 3+ units with a surgical strike, which they destroyed 3. So that is 2 air battle stars for them. So that's going to give them a total of 3 battle stars in their bank. And then missiles. I have to get the missile to put back on there. 5 cruise missiles is what they built, and 2 anti-ship missiles. Okay, I think that does it. Ozark Outpost. Over and out.